Hey Minecraft friends, Duck Bones McCoy here with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about moving villagers. There are two types of moves I'm going to be covering here. The first type would be moving a villager from your village to another part of the map, usually a further part of the map. This could be done because you're trying to repopulate a village that doesn't have enough villagers, or maybe you're trying to create an iron golem farm and you're just trying to move the villagers. So that's one. The second one is moving a villager from within your village to another part of the same village. So let's say you've got a villager that has a profession and he hangs out inside a house, and you're not happy with that because you're trying to create a trading hall or you're just trying to redo the layout of the village to be more efficient, and you're trying to move him to perhaps the town center. So I'm going to show you how to do that without losing the villager's existing profession. Because the last thing you want is to have a specific villager you built up for, let's say a mending villager, as most people like to have, and the moment you have that mending villager, you decide to move him somewhere else, you break the workstation, then boom, you've lost mending. So we're going to cover that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and get to the point where I'm going to be showing you how the first part is. Alright, so we're going to cover moving a villager from your location to another part of the map, usually a further part of the map. There's two ways of doing this, or actually more than two ways, but the two basic ways of doing this is either using a minecart system or using boats. Boats is kind of cheaper because you just need wood, and if water's there, that's great. You can actually use a boat on land also. You just need to make sure that the surface is even. Even meaning that if it's paved dirt, you want to make sure that everything else is paved and you don't have grass sticking out. So what you want to do is locate the villager you want to move. So let's say this guy. He just kind of jumped out of my fence area here. And before he gets killed, I'm going to go ahead and move him. So you make sure you have a boat. Got my boat there. And you drop the boat next to the villager. There you go. So he jumps in the boat. Then you get into the boat. Once you get into the boat, you'll notice that the villager will just follow you. So, or jump in. So at this point, you can row him away where you need to go. And simple as that. So you row him away, make sure you get him to a safe location. This is probably not the best idea to be doing this at night. Normally I would say do this in the middle of the day where you don't have to worry about mobs trying to kill your villager or kill you. But you get the idea of how to do this. So for me right now, I'm going to move him back into the village. I'm going to jump out of my boat and hopefully not drown. And once I do this, I'm going to go ahead and get him inside the village. Villager guy here should make it back into the village unless he gets eaten. And there you go. Safe and sound. Ken house guy. So that's your first type of move. So boat's very handy, very useful. Drop it next to a villager and move him where you want him to go. And break the boat once that's done. Make sure the villager is in a safe location. And there you have it. You've made your first type of move with villagers. Next one we're going to be covering is the in-village move. I'm going to do that as soon as daylight happens so that I don't have to worry about villagers being chased by zombies left and right. Alright folks, I'm going to show you moving villagers within the same village without losing their profession. This guy right here is a farmer, as you can tell, standing on his composter. And I've traded with him once. As you can see, he's still novice, but it's moved a little bit because I traded some wheat with him and I got an emerald. So if I move this, as I'll show you, I'll break that down and let me go ahead and, if you notice he's still a farmer, you still have the trades with him. I'm going to drop this off right here and he retains the same exact thing. His experience is still there, still trading the same exact items. Now I've got a cauldron here. I'm going to drop right next to him, and one villager will pick up that profession. There we go. This guy picked it up, and he is a leather worker. Haven't traded with him. As you can tell, he is available for trades, and that's what he wants. He wants some piece of leather or some emeralds to trade for some leather pants. If I break this workstation, if you notice that's him right there, I'm going to break the workstation. I broke it, and he's still there. I'm going to try to speak to him now. He's no longer a leather worker because we took his workstation away. So let me drop it back down here, and he'll touch it. He'll become a leather worker again. He's trading for different things. But there you go. So that's how you trade with him, and that's how you can run the risk of losing your profession. One villager I traded earlier with is the librarian. Traded with him, that's how I got my other emerald. He's actually a mending librarian. And just to show you that it's no fluke, that you can move it as long as you've traded with him. See that? There's a little bit of experience. I'm going to break his workstation. Broke the workstation. He's still available for trading. I'm going to drop the workstation right here. He took it again. As you notice, there was like that little flash of green light around him, or the sparkles. And he retained the same level, retained the same items for trading. Right? Hopefully that clears it on how and when professions will reset if you break a workstation for professionals. So there we have it, folks. The two types of moves you can do for your villagers. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions for the next video, please leave me a note so that I can address what you need. Once again, this is Doc Bones, and hopefully this answers the questions for a couple of guys that left messages on videos. That was Marcel Brown and Zephyr JE. Hopefully you guys are able to see this video and take advantage of it. Have a nice day, everybody. Until next time, this is Duck Bones McCoy.